Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. It is so windy outside. I don't know if we're getting like a storm that's coming through, but hopefully we have some sunlight left because the clouds look pretty dark and I need to film. Okay, totally went off track. It's so windy outside. Hi, hello. For today's video, as I'm sure you can tell from the title, my Agate Temptation palette from Singe Beauty is here and I am so excited. I think I'll be creating 2 eye looks for you all. I'll show you some swatches and give you my first thoughts, impressions of the palette. I do own another palette from Singe Beauty who is owned by Agate Temptation, and I enjoy that one, so I have pretty high expectations for this one, and I have seen a couple of reviews and it sounds like this formula is even better. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, my loves. So Singe Beauty, owned by Agate Temptation, like I said, she is known, I feel, mostly for her very beautiful, colorful eye looks here on YouTube. She's been a beauty content creator for about 10 years, opened up her own beauty brand, started with eye brushes. She does have some face brushes as well. Then dipped into some blushes. An eyeshadow palette from last year, which is the Galactic Visitor palette. There is a video up through eye looks with this palette. Beautiful. I have enjoyed this eyeshadow palette quite a bit. And now her second one, the Agate Temptation palette. I believe agate is a type of stone. You already know, correct me if I'm wrong. But here it is. Here is the beautiful color story. I get earthy, nature. Yeah, like if you were to go hiking, you would probably, well, I guess depending where, but you would find a lot of these tones out in nature. And I love that. This color story is absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning, and it reminds me just a tiny bit of the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona, which she has mentioned a few times on her channel that it is one of her favorite palettes from Natasha Denona. Okay, so the Agate Temptation palette retails for $45. She was able to keep the price range at where the Galactic Visitor was. With the tariffs and everything going on, she wasn't sure that she was going to be able to, but she did. She didn't get hit with any extra tariffs or anything, so that was good to hear. Okay, this Agate Slice inspired palette features 10 pigmented mattes, 3 sparkly metallics, 1 sparkly wet looking topper, 1 duochrome iridescent topper, and 1 multi-chrome shadow. Vegan, cruelty free. Let me look in the back. It has a 24-month shelf life and it was made in PRC. So let me tell you what I have on my face, and then that way we can get started with the first eye look. Dior foundation stick, Givenchy concealer, Dior cream bronzer stick, and I always link exact shades down below. I powdered with the Charlotte little Polly Pocket face palette. I used the Flawless Pink for my under eyes and the Flawless Peach for the perimeters of my face, and then I did go into the RMS loose powder for my T-zone to control my oils. For powder bronzer, I went into the Dior and my customized Hourglass face palette, the bronzer in there. And for blushes, I went into the new Dior blushes I purchased, Rosewood and Candy. Highlighter, I used the one from the Hourglass palette, Opalescent something for the highlighter. And then for my eyebrows, I have Gucci brow pencil, Maybelline brow gel. Don't have any mascara because I'm about to create an eye look. And then I just have leftover stuff on my lips. Dominique Cosmetics soft brownie lip liner and a tiny bit of the Divination and Blend Bunny lip oil with Robert Welch. Okay, let's get started with the eye look. Okay, I do have the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I think I'm gonna mix some of these warm tones, and I want this as my inner corner. So I did purchase another brush. This is the E08. I believe she did an eye brush extension before this palette as her latest launch. I don't remember how many brushes, but I'm pretty sure this was one of them. We are going to start with this one. Yeah, let's do this tone here. Metamorphic. And I am gonna use the E08. And this is gonna go in the outer corner. beautiful. This is, I have not swatched the palette yet, so I don't know how the shadows feel yet, but just from blending this out, they feel very soft. Oh, that's a beautiful earthy brown. Okay, I'm now gonna jump into this pretty orange here, volcanic. And this is a Singe Evo 3. I'm gonna use this on the edges. Oh, so pretty. You already know if you've been a part of my channel for a minute. Warm tones are my jam. They complement my skin very well. I feel like gorgeous. You hear my kids? I think I'm only gonna create 2 eye looks. So the second eye look, I'll film on a different day, but it'll be on both eyes as well. Okay, so I did put some NYX glitter glue on, and I'm looking at this beautiful shimmer right here. I kind of want to keep the whole eye look warm tone, but I want the pop to be that inner corner shade. So I think I'm just going to use this. And it's more of a metallic. It might have a slight shift to it. Yeah, like a metallic shifty shade, but that's okay because sometimes, you know, I don't need all the sparkle. And I really want that beautiful, almost minty green tone to be the focal point of this eye look. And since everything else is so warm tone, it's just really gonna pop. At least I'm hoping it does, because that's what I have pictured in my little head. Okay, I did use my About Face white eye base for the inner corner. I really want this tone to pop. And I did have to Calcedony. This is a Blend Bunny B3. Fortunately, no longer available, but it's just like a small little fluffy pencil brush. Oh, yes, beautiful. I love pairing cool tones with warm tones. It's such, just the contrast of it, it's like perfection. Okay, let me finish off the face off camera. I'll come back. Yeah. All right, my loves, here is the completed face. For mascara, I went into my Laura Mercier and What's Up Beauty. And then for the lips, I have on Alamar Cosmetics lip liner in Dulce and Wicked Widow lipstick in Graveyard Dirt. I feel because it's so bright up at the top on the eyes that I needed a neutral or nude lip look. Okay, here it is. Here is eye look number 1 with the Agate Temptation palette from Singe Beauty. It's so pretty. It's exactly what I pictured. And also, in no way, shape, or form, when I pick up a palette and I create multiple eye looks, am I uploading the video to convince you that you need the palette? This is for those who purchase the palette and need some inspiration for some eye looks. Okay, let me go ahead and send you on off to eye look number 2. It'll be a different day for me. Okay, different day, second eye look with Agate Temptation, and I think I'm gonna go neutral for today. So we're gonna start with this darkest matte. I have my little Dendritic, the EOH from Singe Beauty, and I'm gonna put this in the outer corner. And this eye look is going to be on both eyes. I'm only going to create 2 eye looks with this palette for this video. I usually do 3, but I'm kind of pressed for time and I want to get this video out this week. So okay, so this brown has a tiny bit of like a reddish burgundy undertone and it's beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna jump in to this pretty, oh, another one I can't pronounce. Achates. A-C-H-A-T-E-S. Achates. All right, this is MY27 Danessa and my Kit Co. And this is what I'm gonna use for the edges. It's gonna look like a sunrise eye look, isn't it? I created a very similar look, now that I think about it, with the Galactic Visitor recently. I think the yellow in that one has less orange than this one. Okay, cloud coverage is coming in and out. For shimmer, I think I'm gonna jump into this one, and I think it's like a minty kind of shade, translucent. I do have NYX glitter glue on. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a, oh, maybe not, maybe green. I guess it just depends on what mattes are next to it, because I think I saw today's video, I think it was today's video, one of Angelica Nick's recent videos. She had this shimmer and that like minty green tone, and it looked minty green, but right now I feel like it's looking more just green than anything, but it's fine. It's a beautiful, beautiful tone. Okay, I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of this pretty gold here, gilded, and it's gonna go right in here. Not too much, just a tiny bit. All right, I'm having a hard time deciding on what to use for my inner corner. I don't want to use this again, and I don't feel like this bright, almost neon green goes with the look, and I kind of want to save that for another look that I have in mind. So I pulled out my Galactic Visitor, and I think I'm gonna jump into this one here, just because I want a super light inner corner. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna work. I was going to mix the one I'm using with that beautiful bright yellow orange, but no, I think I prefer this. All right, let me finish off the face and I will be right back. All right, my loves, I'm back. Eye look is finished. So here's the second eye look with the Agate Temptation palette from Singe Beauty. I think I prefer eye look number one just because the contrast between that beautiful minty green and the peachy orangey, like I feel like they just kind of made each other pop out even more. This is a beautiful eye look. I feel like I prefer the first eye look. So don't forget to let me know which one is your favorite. Let me scoot you on out. All right, so while I tell you what else I have on my face, I'll go ahead and pop up a clip of the swatches. I went into the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, Milk Makeup Concealer, and I always link exact shades down below. ABH Contour, Haus Labs Blush Stick, but I used one of the new bronzer shades. Givenchy Press Powder for my under eyes in shade 03. Makeup Forever Loose Powder for the rest of my face. Gucci Brow Pencil, Maybelline Brow Gel, Laura Mercier Mascara, and What's Up Beauty Mascara. The new Dior highlighter I purchased, pink opal, I think. For the lips, I have on Natasha Denona lip liner in Cleo and the Teddy Tint from Maybelline in Current Mood, and I think that's everything. All right, so first impressions of this new Agate Temptation palette from Singe Beauty. First off, this color story is absolutely stunning, and I'm getting earth tones from this palette. If you were to go on a road trip, I think you would be able to find every tone in this palette. So I think it's a perfect color story for summer. It's giving me yucca vibes from Natasha Denona, but you get more shades in this one, and I'm not gonna sit here and say it's better than Natasha Denona, because honestly, it just depends. Natasha Denona is either worth it for you or it's not. But I do know some of you prefer to support smaller indie brands than the mainstream brands. So if you have been wanting a color story like the Yucca palette, here's a good alternative for less money and you get more shades, right? 16, yeah, I think there's 15 shades in the Yucca palette. Those are my thoughts. Everything performed beautifully as far as the tones that I did use. I will have to keep using this, and I definitely want to create another eye look for the channel. We'll see where I incorporate it, whether I do a short or if I feature it in another video. I will keep using this palette, but so far I'm really enjoying it. It's an absolutely stunning palette. I've been enjoying Singe Beauty products. I really love what Angelica Nyqvist has to bring to the table as far as content and her brand within itself. If you're somebody who doesn't like to purchase real hair brushes and prefer synthetic, her brushes from her line are really nice. She also has blushes. Now this is the second palette that she has launched for Singe Beauty, and I can't wait to see what else she has in store. I think she said we have 1 or 2 more launches coming this year, so we'll see, but I'm super excited to see what else the brand has to bring to the table. I'm enjoying it. I will keep using it, and just go check it out. Alright my loves, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed both eye looks. Please let me know which one is your favorite. I still go with the first eye look. It was just so pretty. But thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes, use my links to shop. It truly all does mean the world to me. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you all on my next video. Bye.